They're out in full force. Now watching. Go easy on it. It's gonna start rocking by itself at night. It's gonna be sleeping, and then I'm gonna hear this thing going. I'm gonna come in here and go, "Oh my gosh! I got a possessed horse!" It's the Conjuring. Is it Conjuring, or I said that wrong again? I say a lot of things wrong. Found in the trash. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Maybe if I separate it here and there, it's cheaper to ship. I mean, it's cool. We ain't gonna give this away. Right? I don't think so. Too bad I don't have a cool house or any kind of house. Could have had like an eclectic collection of this cool stuff that people discard. And I would have had like a museum already with antiques. I had this cool old Singer sewing machine I regret selling too. For like dirt cheap. I had that Bunn coffee maker I regret. The VPR. A VP something, I don't know. VPN, I think. I don't know what it is. VPR. I regret selling that as well. There's a lot of things I regret selling. We had the cool Saurus bike trainer. Anyway, my horse. My horse. It's rocking. I had a lot of cool stuff in the trash. That's one thing. We'll see that rocking though, I bet. When we at night we'll get freaked out by it and the thing will be going by itself. Oh man. Anyway, good trash night. Dumpster night, very good. We're gonna go clean up. Very good. A lot of scrap. I started playing with the shelves that I got at the Staples. They're like heavy duty steel shelves. I just might have to go scrap them though. I don't know how they go back together. They're all bent up and stuff. Like these heavy racking kind of shelves. It's probably gonna wind up just going poof. Gone, unfortunately. Is what it is. They're heavy too. Heavy steel. What else do I have? A heavy little plate things we got from like the back of Barnes and Nobles. We didn't get to go a couple more stores because it was getting late. And maybe tomorrow we'll just run those dumpsters that we missed. So it'll be all right. We got aluminums from the tool place next door where I got a lot of good stuff. Yeah. We're getting it. Trash gods are back, man. Anyway, what else? Cisco got 2 openings now. They got the delivery driver, which is terrible. You gotta go place to place, and it's hot ass heat. They deliver. Well, they got the shuttle driver. I'd rather do the shuttle with doubles. I think I just go between terminal to terminal. Maybe you even get to go with the shuttles too. Maybe you even get to go like across the state. Who knows, to the freaking East Coast or something and back every day. That would be badass. Go across the alley every day. I would like that. That would be fun. It wouldn't get old probably fast, but it's a good experience on the highway. All you're running anyway, probably like 65 to 68 miles an hour. You can't speed in that thing with doubles. Hopefully that will get us to a truck. The AAA made a live video, and the guy was looking at me weird, washing it over there when I was dumpster diving, pulling out a bumper from the 4-wheel place. That's totally illegal. That's why I live stream for it, or do a live video or some kind of video when I dumpster dive, because if anyone ever says that I'm dumping in there, I have video proof. So there we go. They wrong. I just recycling. But yeah, that guy was strange over there. But they got a Freightliner rollback over there, and that's a sign right there. One day we'll get a cool truck like that. Freight Shaker, Shitty International, Hino, Peterbilt, something like that. Kenworth, cool little medium duty rollback truck, heavy duty on 22 and a halves. Or 19.5s. I don't really care. I want an air brake truck though. I don't want that juice brakes. I want an air brake 6-wheeler. That's cooler. It makes that burp, 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 and psh, when you pull the brakes, it's great. And you get the air ride. And you get the Hendrickson. Red that. So it was pretty good with the Hendrickson. And I realized smooth ride, man. Nothing like the pounding that I used to be hitting the road with. Boom, 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 boom. None of that shit. I wonder if air ride on the back will roll back too. I wonder if the car on the wheel lift, it doesn't bang as much with the spring, like the spring suspension that I was used to. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. Anyone run a tow truck or watching? Probably no one's watching, and maybe we'll watch later. Maybe air ride on the rear. Boom, 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 boom. You won't have that banging in the back. That I know too much about that. Is just you feel it hitting the back of your seat, like boom, when the car on the wheel lift is freaking rocking around. When you got one on the deck and you're dragging one on the wheel lift, I don't know. Maybe air ride fixes that shit. One day we'll figure it out. If we earn enough money and someone hires my ass to run a semi, I said the first thing that we're purchasing is a rollback tow truck. When we save up for it, the right one. We'll wait for the right one. Like you gotta wait for the right person and everything else in the right time. Just be patient, have it, ready to go, full on in. And you can get yourself a sweet tow truck. Air ride. One day. It doesn't need to be new. It can have 200 on it. I don't really care if it has 200,000 miles on it. I'd probably still buy it. I drove them with way more than that on them. Like with almost 400 to probably 1 million miles. Probably was junk that I drove. And it had 60,000 miles, one of them when we first got it. So it went up to 400,000 miles, and yeah, Crazy Bob did a lot of driving. Oh man, I remember that shit. I couldn't believe that shit. That thing had that many miles on it now. I got a video when I was driving it. When I was driving, I had 120 on it, and we got it when it had 60. So that was a long time ago. I think they got rid of that rig. I don't know. Probably that place was cheap anyway. They probably broke it, blew it up, horse traded it to another auction. They just trade around junk. But yeah, we did good on the trash. I don't know if anybody wants a stainless sink. What else do we have? I don't know. We got some other weird shit you can probably resell, but it's gonna wind up being pulverized anyway. We got some extruded aluminum. Yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be an okay run. We need cash anyway, so scrap cash. Wish I had a trailer. Hopefully, again too, if we can save up anything. First $1,000 we get too. I really want to get a Home Depot trailer. An orange one, Anderson, 5x8 or something like that. That's all I really need. And they're pretty heavy duty. And then I can use that as a scrapper man trailer. And yeah, just hook up to my scrap instead of having it in the back of the truck all the damn time. Or at least a steel. So that'd be cool. I got a couple old bed tarps and shit like that I can throw over it. So same mostly trailer. Because I don't like when the scrap metal is wet and it starts rusting and shit starts living in it. I don't like that. But yeah. What a bummer kind of place this is. You know what it is too? I think a lot of people are new here or something. And I don't know why they keep giving me weird looks. I've seen I've seen freaking picker people for like ever, and I don't give a fuck no more. I don't care about really anything, to be honest with you. Nothing really phases me. I just go in, do whatever the hell I want, clean and out. You know, I don't care. I don't care about who am I impressing. You know, I have just no regard for that. I don't give a shit. What's right is right. The deal is the deal. And, you know, get what you can get for free. Exploit it. Do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. You know, it's junk. Nobody wants it. I'll turn shit out of it. You know, they're missing out, and I don't care. I made, you know, all free shit, and they made nothing. So, you know, free shit was keeping my operation going for years. So, anytime you can turn anything that you got for free, even to a cent, you're doing better than most. You're doing better than most, and it took you no energy, and if you had fun doing it. So think about that next time you see Scrapper Man going around and collecting. I'm having fun with a smile ear to ear. Yeah. That's why I noticed though we burned so much goddamn gas on Whitey. Because I timed it and like shit. One little run was like a freaking half an hour and thing was running for a half an hour. It's pretty much a gallon per hour no matter what. Even if you're not putting any miles on it. So there's your fuel burn right there. Should probably be more consensus of that or try to do our scrap run faster. I don't know. But that's why that is what it is. But we'll figure that out. Hopefully next month though we can address all that. All the problems with the vehicle. Yeah, save up. We'll have money for other stuff. And yeah, we need a regular gig. Remember when your own gig or my own gig was enough to get by, and now it's not anymore. It kept on getting lower and lower and lower. Those were the days, man. Those were the days when I was doing almost nothing, and the thousands were pouring in a month. And I was doing near nothing. I was doing nothing. I was just like, yeah. Those were the days. I got sloppy. I got tired. I got sleepy. I didn't think there would be a time when all that shit just drops out. You know, it definitely dropped out. Surprised we lasted this long. I thought I was gonna go piss broke again at the end of this month, but no. Somehow, some miracle pushed us back up, and we're not. We'll be okay this month. Maybe next month. We don't know. But yeah. Anyway, don't try to do big dreams or whatever when you're poor anyway. You should probably solve all that first, and then reach out to do other things. Reach out to people, whatever you're trying to do. But yeah, we'll be all right. We just bought or putting a bid in for Cummins stock, but that's a whole nother entity of financial whatever that I play with. That's totally different. I'm down. I think I'm down like $8,000, man. I was close to like shit. I won't even say. Yeah, it was more. I had more than what a brand new truck would cost. Like a big truck. I had more. I think it's down about 8 though. But Cummins stock is on the up and up. I think it pays dividends too. I gotta go try to get it. I put a low bid in because I have enough for like a share right now, but I'm still cheap. So I think the share price now is like $3.45. I put a little lower, hoping that one of those seconds where it goes down and go, bam, that's mine. That's how I got Nvidia stock. I think. What did I get? Like, I got a little more than 10 shares now. Maybe I got like 13 shares. I don't know. I probably bought a little more. But that's how my one share turned into 10 shares when it split. So you just play that kind of game and hold on. Even only one share on certain stocks, and the shit freaking splits, and you're like, yeah. So I'll be all right. We're up overall. Almost got back our AMD loss, but that's a whole nother entity. Imagine if he did that all day. if I did that all day too, when I had a couple bucks and played with that to the freaking, yeah, I should have done that. But oh well. We played around with another account. We should have did like day trading, and it would have been interesting. Would have got ahead a little further. But it is what it is. What's the guy that comments about my gas cans? He ain't here yet. I guess he's sleeping, or his mom's yelling at him or something. Maybe he's locked in the basement. I don't know where they went. Anyway, we gotta do the DIY haircut soon. We gotta go to the scrap metal yard, and hopefully we get some callbacks. Then we gotta wake up. Might get a call back tomorrow because we applied to the other place. So who knows? Who knows? So that's cool. Yeah, if anyone's looking up for we got a new CDL. They got a CDL and they cannot find a fucking job to get the 90 days in, or even 6 months. Try Cisco. You might have to do it, man. You might have to do it because no one else is hiring and it's local. Walmart's too far away. Walmart was doing it too, but they're 47 miles away and 47 miles back. Fuck that. Okay, I can't do that right now. I'll do it though, but I can't do it. There is a trailer park right next to the place in Arcadia, but I don't have an RV. What if I did have an RV, like a like a van RV, or like a bus RV or a minivan RV, a mini bus RV? That would actually work for someone. They can park in the RV place. There's literally one right next to the terminal, and you could just live in an RV, and there's probably power hookup and shit. Just run the air conditioner, boom. There you go. And you got yourself a job. Entry level. Get your experience and move on. That's the whole deal about things too, and I fucked up with that. I stuck around way too long in multiple places because I was sleeping when I had the experience, and I should have moved on. But I didn't. Anyway. It's alright though. I mean, we weren't a total failure. We got something to go. Something to do. We'll fix it though. We'll fix it by the end of this year, definitely. We'll fix our issues, and we'll have enough for a farm and our container house, and me and my ugly self can live alone because no one likes me anyway, and I'm an idiot, and yeah, nobody cares. So nobody likes the weird dude with the gas cans. Cry. Nobody loves me. Yep. Oh well. So that's the deal. You can't really control that. You tried. You probably did things the wrong way. And yeah, it's like selling yourself on a job interview. That's how this all started, actually. About a year ago, it was AAA. AAA. That's how this all started. I go, I gotta change this. I can't live in this crazy place anymore. What's going on here? This is not sustainable, and I just wasn't getting enough sale income. I wasn't getting enough internet income. It was just, I'm gonna go broke pretty much. I'm gonna go broke. I had to go find something. So I was like, just playing. So AAA, I called them, and they were like, oh yeah, I was almost hired at AAA, but I didn't really like their I didn't like, this is what it is. I probably should have did it anyway, but I didn't like their I didn't like the way they were forcing me to do a lot of things on my own time. And then I had other opportunities at the same time, other offers that were possibly better financially and easier and less corporate, so I went with that. And I was like, oh no. And then his house went fucking crazy again. So I bailed. I went on like a bunch of job interviews till like a year ago. And that's what gained my confidence, because usually every job interview I've ever been on around here, usually it's telling me to go fuck off, except for like a couple select places. But I guess now no one really wants to even run a truck or anything. Or man, I was like talking a talk because I get the experience. But yeah. So Yeah. Anyway, yeah, bail on that place. They're still paying $21.50 an hour, AAA, and you gotta work like shit hours. And yeah, I think you only work 8s though, but you'll be working around the clock. So it's 3 shifts, 8, 16, 24. But they will, you can rob people's hours from your score. But they want you to go, 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 go. It's all customer service based. They give you this water that tastes like plastic. And the trucks are kind of pieces of shit too. They don't have an air ride seat, spring suspension in the rear. Like, I don't want to drive that shit anymore. Boom, 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 boom. Like those Chevy little rollback things they have, they ride this terrible, for real. It's gonna be a horrible riding truck. Hello, main man. I'm like main man. Where's the guy who talks about my gas cans? And the Negro guy. The knees were growing. I don't know. Instead of trees growing, they're not around either. I gotta take a shower anyway, though. I'm just talking to myself about complete nonsense because I have no one to talk to. So I talk to myself, and then sometimes I get like 11 cents. So, you know, I mean, if I talk to myself actually in person, I get 0 cents. But if I talk on here, I get like 11 cents. So I'm like, hey, man, 11 cents is 11 cents. Keep on exploiting that system. 11 cents, 11 cents, 11 cents, 11 cents. All right, man. Sweet. So, that's that. Anyway, we're gonna do a GoFundMe to go get my spots removed on my face. So, we're gonna do that and to buy more gas cans. And I don't know what else. Yeah, my rocking horse in the beginning of the video though, that should be worth like 300 bucks. I got a air dam and I found it in a dumpster. That should be worth like 300 bucks. I got another little Fallon's piece, maybe worth like 50 bucks. I got a mat in the back of a car. I think it's worth around 100. I got another floor mat set that's worth around 100. So I don't know what that adds up. But again, we're just trying to get to $1,000. $1,000 that I keep in an account and I don't spend for now. And then I can buy a Home Depot junker trailer. So, because right now it's shit. Gym, I should go to the gym. No, I won't spend. We gotta get a, yeah, I gotta buy the Lego Pac-Man and the Bowser by the end of the year. So maybe I will spend, I don't know. That'd be like over 700 bucks or something. But yeah, we gotta get that shit. Or just really need a real job. Hopefully they're hiring. Hopefully they get a callback. They might hire me too, because I have a 10-year work history. And what else do I have? I have I'm old, so it's cheaper for them to insure me, and I'm under 40. I think if I'm over 40, it might get weird, but I'm just under 40. It might work in my favor. I don't know. Yeah, that's how a lot of places, driving jobs, they check my ID and they ran it, and they're like, oh no, you're good. No accidents, no this, no DUIs. A lot of people have shitty things. So I'm like, alright. So that could be in my favor. And apparently a 10-year work history is better. The younger folks don't have a 10-year work history because they're like 21 something years old. And yeah, they are, they're not working when they're 11. In fact, maybe in this economy in America, you might want to push your kids actually when they're 11 years old to start working, like child labor, because the labor market is so bad in America. We're going back to like the roaring 1920s, like the Great Depression, like child labor. Child labor, let's go, child labor. Let's go, child. I don't know. Maybe. Think about your future. Then maybe you can actually afford a pack of gum when you're older. The way things are going. Anyway. I don't know when the storm's coming. Oh, we got the generator for sale too. That's another $375. Yeah, we got a lot of shit for sale. We should be alright. We got a tool thing over there, 200 bucks. We definitely got, I don't know how much money and stuff we got for sale right now. Maybe like $3,000 and stuff. Easy on the market. Eventually it will all sell. The low dollar shit I've just been freaking scrapping and throwing in the trash because it's never worth my time anymore to go dabble with it. Well, I don't know. Hopefully it works out. Collect junk. I should have sold some other shit too instead of just giving it away to people. But you know, who am I to say? I'm a man of my word. No one cares anyway. I mean nothing. But yeah, I mean nothing at all. Who else is there? Stare at you. Yeah, hopefully they hire you on. I think they give you a hat, maybe a t-shirt, maybe clothes. They don't pay for your CDL training, which is shitty. I love a company which did. That's why Walmart was cool. They pay you back $1,000. I think Schneider might pay you back. I don't know, they might. I gotta look at that. So if you get 90 days at one place and go to Schneider's, you might get $1,000 from them. I don't know, maybe. And then if I get $1,000, I'll go someplace else. That will the $200 of that will work to get my banging gears, so I can get that stupid restriction taken off with the automatic, and then I could be pro semi-truck driver for about 2 to 5 years. And yeah, but definitely our first 40 grand doing that. I don't know, might be like buy a tow truck, maybe not, maybe just buy land for like 10, and then buy a container for, buy like 2 containers for like 6 grand. So $16,000 investment, and perhaps I'll have a property that I can live in for approximately $16,000 plus other associated costs. Maybe the $16,000 will really turn into about $30,000. Still, I think I could probably do it. It'll be rough looking, but the price of houses now, you got to do shit non-traditional. So cheap land, anywhere, power hookup, water hookup. You can get Starlink for your internet. Machine shop, probably. Machine shops are all closing. Number one, machine shops here are far away, and I know nothing about machining and math. I'm terrible at and lining up things. I had trouble in the past, and it took me a while to grab cutting brake rotors. People at my old shop can attest to this. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't. Well, luckily I didn't screw up the rotors. I sometimes just didn't mic them like enough to take enough meat off, so I had to cut it like over and over and over again when I could have did it in one shot. But mine still came out pretty good though and smooth. But still, even that, it's a screw up. So, yeah. I had to do that shit here at this dealer I worked at for 3 months here, and I was very pissed off when they laid me off at that place, because I mean, I was nailing alignments. That's all I did was tires and alignments. I was nailing that job. I mean, like, fucking good at it, after doing it over and over and over again. And I was so angry at them when they laid me off first. Out of all the other people there, they laid me off first. I was the one probably logging in more hours than the other people, and my work was pretty fucking good with shit tools. So they laid me off over there. But should I name the guy's name? He's a dickhead. There's 2 of them. One guy, his name's John Felder Jr. He's a dick, and he gave me a hard time. And another one was Bradley Heath. They're still around here. They're 2 assholes, for real. 2 assholes. They got cocky on you like a light switch. 2 assholes. Piece of shit people. Anyway, that's them. I'll call people out who are bad to you. Because you know why? You should be nice to people instead of being assholes. And yeah, sweep up your crumbs in your corner. Sweep up your crumbs. A lot of people don't want to do that. And then the other guy was saying, "Oh, I'm a Christian man," and John Felder Jr. "I'm a Christian man. I believe in Christ," and all the other things. But yet he was screwing us on the hours, and he thought it was okay for us to work during meetings and stuff and not pay us. He was actually breaking the federal labor laws, and he just didn't care. Just didn't care. Like, if you didn't like it, go somewhere else. But I'm a Christian man. He was one of those kind of people. How do you even do that? Psh, fucking loser. Anyway, that's my story on that. I can show you the place too. It's right across the street. What a shithole that was. What a piece of shit place. But yeah, you can. I don't know. Machine stuff's kind of cool. I'd love to learn that. Do cylinder heads, you know, flywheels. But they're all far away though. I'm really not into traveling far. Like, my truck's a freaking piece of shit. All my cars are pieces of shit. And I'm just not. Why do you say yo? Why'd you retract your message? It's fine. Um, I don't really want to travel far. I think even Cisco, if they hire me on, they're not too far away. If it's the location I think it is, I think it's just right down the road, and I hope it's the one around the road. If it's not, it's in the hood, but it's still not too bad. I just hate going in the direction of the hood. I would rather at this point in my life travel south or travel like way north to like Tampa or something than to travel to the hood anymore. Because I've done the ride to the hood too many times, and I just get tired of that shit. Did that for years and years and years and years and years. You need to change the scenery. That's why like truck drivers go nuts if they keep traveling on the same highway all the time. I literally went nuts after like I don't know how many years. I went nuts riding on I-75 here, going north. I used to go fucking nuts because every day I was going to the same place, same place, same place, same place, same place, going crazy. Or to Tampa, like every fucking day, Tampa, 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 Bradenton, Tampa, Bradenton. I was like, and like going there, I didn't want to go fast, man. I was running like freaking like 62 miles an hour behind like some brand new CDL driver lady that was like swerving all over the road and shit. I didn't give a fuck. I was just dressing off of him, like near sleeping. Got like 4 hours sleep. Gotta go to Tampa again. And then coming back, I woke up and I was running like freaking like 79, 82 miles an hour with two cars like a maniac. So it was still scary. And the pouring rain and shit too. I like when it rained because it was different on the road. Yeah, I can't do that same shit over and over and over again. You got burnout fast. Burnout's bad. You can fight yourself every day with burnout. Fight yourself. You start yelling. I used to be at a point when I used to go to that place, and I was literally yelling every morning. It was getting that bad. I was just yelling, yeah, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate this shit. This fucking road again. It was like this turned into such a mental burden. It ever happened to anyone? When you have to do the same thing over and over again, you just go nuts and it's just not fun anymore. And you feel like you're stagnating your life and you're not really bettering yourself. You pretty much maximized all the skills at that certain place, and there was really no future for you. So you're going crazy. That's an interesting feeling when that happens. It's very interesting. Yeah, and then on top of it, they broke your balls every day. That's rough, man. I mean, I had other gigs too. I could have done it forever. I was happy as all shit every day. Happy as all hell. I didn't want it to end. You know, I love going to that place. It was great. That's how you found the right place, the right people when you actually enjoy it. Some days the commute in the morning got shitty. I personally don't like to really drive really early in the morning. I get really aggravated. And I gotta go places really early. Well, hopefully they call and they hire me. I think the Cisco shuttle thing is later in the evening. Or like nighttime or some shit. I would be all over that. Like, we start like late, man. Like, start at like 10 or like 9 or something. Even like 9's pretty good. And just go late, or even like 9 to 9. Or even overnight. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'll be riding that semi at night, no problem. I would enjoy that. Ghost trailers. Yeah, instead of doing that early ass shit. I got nobody anyway. I got no one to talk to, no one I don't deal with. No one gives a shit about me. You can go pretend you got people to care about you, but they really don't. Yeah. Dealing with people's hard anyway. Always want something from you. some stupid shit. It's all about them. I don't know. It's hard to gets too hard to read people. One thing I did, I made a video. If you watch it, I think it's up now. I made it like a couple days ago, and I'm like in the video about text messaging and email and how I'm not going to do it anymore because people just don't reply to doing that shit. The Swedes did. Shocking, the Swedish people were the only people that showed up through text chat because they didn't have a real phone. So they were the only people that showed up in the last couple like months that I communicated with through email or text only. There was like so many more, probably like 50 to 60 people, probably some shit like that. It just blew you off every time I text message them. So I don't do that shit anymore. They ghost you. And then businesses were the same way. So I can't do that anymore. But you get way better results going there in person or calling them. So that's what you do. That's my mistake that I made. You know, we made a lot of mistakes in the last 1 year period. We had our successes, and we had our failures. Some things just weren't trying hard enough. Some things was trying too hard. Some things I got tired chasing. You don't chase things. Don't chase things. Your dream will happen. It will come right to you as long as you want to put a little effort every single day into it. It will come to you. If you're going out of your way to chase your dream and you think doing this and that and doing more is going to change people and outcome, no, it is not. I even chased jobs, man. I chased jobs and stuff. Guess what? You think I'm working there? I ain't working there, but I chased it. I chased it. They still don't give a shit. You know, if you get chosen, you're gonna be chosen. That's what it is. Just be easy about it. Easy about it. Anybody wants to talk to you, deal with you, boom, you're gonna get chosen. You don't chase them, because then one day it's gone. That's what it is. It's gone, totally gone. So that's what I learned in the last year. I was kind of slow at it, but I'm slow at everything. So it happens. It happens. You know. I give again. I'll tell people all the time. I give people all the chances in the world. All the chances in the world. It takes me a very, very, very long time to tell anyone like F off or let's stop responding or this and that. I mean, I had 4 salespeople wanting to buy stuff from me like months ago and they contacted me and I'm like, yeah, bro. And they try to apologize and shit. I'm like, I don't care. Come on over. It's fine. You don't have to apologize. I don't care. And they're like the coolest people when I show up. They're like, oh, thank you for waiting for me. I go, I don't care. It doesn't affect me anything. Some people it affects them. You know, I had deals that went on for freaking years. And then people would just show up. So it's alright. I think so anyway. I have patience of a saint. If I didn't, I would have been nowhere. And if other people didn't have patience with me, I would also be nowhere because I struggled so hard and I screwed things up. And they were just on my side, watching, ready to help as I failed over and over and over and over and over again how I failed. So if people just blow you off because you failed or did something, whatever, for whatever issue you had, and they're not respectful for it, fuck them. You know, I would bring them back. You know, if I had a business and people had like a bad record or something, they're trying to change around their life, and I could help them, I'd be like, come on over, man. You're a good person. You learn your lesson. It doesn't affect me anything. Maybe tell me a cool story. Come on over. Come on over. Because that's what God would want anyway, you know? Come on, you have to give the helping hand. Even though I couldn't give the helping hand when I cut myself. They would want it, you know, no matter what. Set your differences aside. And, you know, don't be an ass about it. Anyway. What can you do? Nothing. Just don't be so hard on yourself, because I have been like that in the last year, and think that it's you, and oh my god, I messed up, and I could have did this, and I could have did that differently, and I could have said that differently, and I could have went there on that day when I didn't go there, and I could have went 2 more days when I didn't, and oh, I maybe would have passed sooner if I put 2 more hours in studying. And oh no, if I would have made that turn perfect the first time, I would have backed my trailer in perfect. And oh my god, oh, what a me. But a very good point from one of our CDL instructors, the crazy New York guy. He was pretty cool. He used to yell at me sometimes. I think he thought I was annoying. He probably thought I was annoying. Because I am annoying. That's why nobody likes me anyway. Fuck, man, this motherfucker's annoying. I ain't gonna deal with his shit. So, um, he had a very good point to someone who couldn't drive very well. And he said, if you're gonna, in this kind of game, whatever, you didn't freaking make the turn perfect, you fucked up, whatever, you freaking popped the wheel or whatever the hell, you can't be hard on yourself. You freaking go down the road and you say, next time try a little harder. And that's all you do. If you eat yourself up over what's behind you and you're not looking forward, he said you're gonna have a short career. And that was like, totally. I'm like, wow, I never really thought about that, but that is pretty damn true. And I'll keep that in the back of my head every time you mess up. Is that you're thinking about what you already drove through instead of what you're driving through currently. So when you think about that, it changes your mind. And the same like old Gene told me when he walked off, and he told me that he can earn more money for sniffing farts. That was the most funniest thing. Yeah, I can make more money sniffing people's farts than on this place. So it was funny as hell. He knew his worth. The man knew his worth, which was good to know. You should know your worth. That's one thing about being a adult, confident person. You know your worth. You don't take any shit. And then he'd say, Brian, learn the truck. Brian, learn the truck, man. It's good to know. It's good to know. I'll get you somewhere. It's good to know. And it was true. It was true. It was a great skill to learn. Not too many people would teach you right off the street. But to know, start you for nothing. Every car I backed up, I jackknifed. I ran the rollback. It took like forever to load 2 cars. And then I got faster and faster and faster. So, yeah. One thing you always said to me, and I repeat this quote over and over and over again, is that once you think you know everything, that's when you're going to start messing up. And that goes with people, it goes with businesses, it goes with being a driver, it goes with being a repair person, whatever. When you think you know everything, and that's when you're going to start messing up, and that's when everything is going to fail. You think that you just get complacent, and you think, oh no, they don't give a shit, and no. That's when, boom, you're going to lose it all. So, that was a very, very smart thing from the New Jersey guy for telling me, and it was one of his last days at the place. And, that person came there for that reason, and I got that advice, and it was life-changing. And if I ever see that guy again, I'll ask him. I think he still lives around here. I think he's still alive. He'll be a little old. Yeah. I could probably people stalk him and find where it is. I think he had an old GTO too, which is cool. Like a 70 or something, or 69, 70, I don't know. He was cool though. I used to drive him around. He was in the passenger seat and we were going places, and he was like, rear drive. It's like, okay. And I had the old guy in the passenger seat. I was like, alright, I didn't even want to drive. Now I'm proud to say that now. This is I drive. I go, yeah, I'm fucking driving, man. I'm not trusting anyone else. I'm like pro driver. Get back there. That's when I used to drive the van. For the old people. I used to drive the auction van when all the old people are still alive. And because I didn't want anyone else to drive. They all drove like shit. So like no one was there. I was like, bro, I'm driving. I'm driving this van. Said everyone else. So sure enough, I ran it good. everyone was safe. We had like 15 passengers in the back. I didn't want to kill anybody. Drove that thing smooth. It was all over the road because the van was a piece of shit. But just drive it, man. Drive it. You know how it's gonna drive. Run smooth. And yeah, at the end, all the old people were yelling in the back, "Good driving, Junior." It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. And they're all dead now. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Glad they're in there. Hopefully they're somewhere living a good life. Because they did when they were alive on planet Earth. To grant me with such great advice and company over all those years, I appreciate those people. Man. Again, thrown into there for a reason. To see all those people and meet them and their story. Thrown in there for a reason. So. Anyway. I think we're out of here. I like to talk about bullshit again. I get 2 cents for it. Hopefully we get a gig soon so we can go ride and actually make some money and get 90 days experience. Minimum 90 days experience, clean driving, no mishaps. We can make it happen. And hopefully some things sell. Hopefully we find more stuff. And yeah, you meet more inspirational people, because you're not going to meet them in your house. All this shit, I made this mistake too. Meeting people on the internet, through internet, all this shit, like, doesn't really, you don't really, it's not really, it's not good. It's really not good. I met way more interesting people in the last year going out and just being me in the toy aisle, in the Hot Wheels aisle, in the Lego aisle, at the tow truck place, talking to a truck driver guy, you know, a Craigslist person, whatever. eBay person, even. eBay people coming local. I had better interactions with people just doing your general thing than you ever would finding freaks and weirdos on the internet. So, we're going to distance ourselves from the freaks and weirdos. Just going to give up, pretend it doesn't even exist, and then we won't be so mind warped about it when things fail, or if another person doesn't reply, or another person doesn't show up, and all this. That stuff used to really affect me years ago. I remember I used to probably rant about it or anything else, how full of shit people were, and they kept on ghosting and they wouldn't show up when I was selling stuff. And I mean, I was this professional seller, you know, high quality shit for such little dollars. They were getting such a good deal, but yet they used to fuck me over all the time. And then they wanted it for less of a deal and this and that. No. It used to kind of affect me, but it doesn't anymore. We got over that. Yeah, it's that thing with people, you know, dealing with people, and you have your expectations. So, anyway, we learned a lot in the last year. We'll learn more. We learned our mistakes. We learned how to win, and we learned how to fail, and what the difference of the two is between. We learned that we can't appease everyone. We learned that you can't drag things out for as long as you want. Well, you kind of can. I drag things out as long as I want, because it's me. And I don't give a fuck. I'll get it done. I'll get it done, eventually. Seems like people want to buy stuff. Sometimes it takes them freaking 6 months to show up. I don't give a shit, like I said. Don't care. Doesn't make a difference to me. You know? If people want to show up, they want to show up. They want it now, they want it now. I don't care. I'm flexible like that. I don't give a shit. I'm not crying about it. But, anyway. We'll be removing ourselves a little more off the internet in the current times. We'll still have the YouTube. We'll have the for sale listings. We'll have the online listings on eBay until they sell out. And we'll be on the Discord and all the other shit. But besides that, whoa! Besides that, we will be limiting our online world, and we will be spending more time out and about. Out and about. It's been rotting in here on the internet, living a fake life instead of being more outgoing, going outside, getting less fat face and fat body, and yeah, enjoying life, seeing animals, nature, with myself because I have nobody else and I won't have anyone, and it's fine. And yeah, I have a very good method of everything's going smoothly, and then poof, it doesn't go anymore. So I learned about that, and I've been cutting back a significant amount about that, and now we're down to like almost no communication with people at all for various reasons. I mean, if you can't get your point across in like, like fucking like 3-4 messages, no endless back and forth crap for me anymore. I don't want it. I'm done with it. My patience is still there, but it's not as much as it used to be. But anyway, we gotta do the DIY haircut. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the scrap iron yard tomorrow or not. I don't know. I kind of want to play around with some of this shit I got in the back of the truck too. I got like a stainless sink I could probably sell. I got these cool shelf things, and I don't know what else. The other shit's probably just complete garbage. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta go try to compact it more in the back of the truck and make it smaller. But I don't know, maybe Friday, I don't know. I gotta do something because it's gonna fill up again. It's gonna fill up probably from what I find on the weekend. I don't know, or I just run it and overflow it. I don't know. I don't feel like going to the scrap iron yard. I will go to the scrap iron yard though if they give me a text alert and they have a special deal. I will then. Until then, I see really no reason to. Oh, there's a Hoover vacuum that I cut the cord off of, and here's my joke from my old friend Jimbo, who's now dead. He died February 18th of this year. Rest in peace. I miss him a lot. He used to message me all the time. He had a funny thing years ago. My friend Jimbo, who died February 18th, 2025, this year, about Hoover vacuums. I guess he had a Hoover vacuum, and he had a funny joke stating about he lives alone, like myself, probably one day, because I have no one. So he was an old man living alone, and he had no one, and he had a Hoover vacuum. It says, what if he died? What if he died using his Hoover vacuum, and it took 2 months for someone to find him because he lived alone? Might have been 2 months. The vacuum was still running when they found him dead vacuuming. Would that be a good a good story for the company stating that their vacuums will run for 2 months non-stop because someone died when they were using a vacuum? It was a funny joke, but they were a real quirky, creative guy, and I miss sharing projects with them and everything else because they are now dead, and them asking me for parts, it's just devastating. I really have no one to talk to anymore. I really do. I'm gonna have to go out there and really find a new set of people who are worthy of my weird quirky nature that no one seems to like anyway. And I'm also a man of my word too. Whatever I do, I will do it. You will get it. It's just a matter of time. I'm pretty slow on it, but I will get there. I will get there. And you must have patience in dealing with me. If you don't have patience with me, then I really, really like to say F you. I don't deal with that shit. It's like a fine wine. It must linger in a bottle for years. Dealing with my weird, quirky ass. But then people don't see a value in them anyway. People that hang around me see a value. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. The people who like I helped them shit, they're like, man, I've been all over town. No one else could figure that out. I brought it to you. You figured it out in like 2 seconds. I was like, yeah, I told you I'm not an idiot. Told you. What do you think? What do you think? Or other people, I used to show them how to fix the shit over. They came right over. I was like, bing, bang, boom. I did it faster than my own fucking jerk off jobs that I do. I mean, other people's stuff, bing, bang, boom. I wanted a minute out of here, like Toyota shop style. I got in that zone, you know. Sometimes I get in that zone. I just want like fast, fast. And I think it still took too long. And I look at the clock, and I'm like, damn, that was a good time. But yeah, people don't want to deal with that shit though. So fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Their problem. Their loss. And yeah, you gotta move on. And just know that, you know, things could always be better, but they could be worse. But the worst thing is lacking patience. I can't stand that. That or no response. Like other companies that I applied to, no response. What the fuck is up with that shit? I like the companies that actually give you a response. Transforce is excellent. Transforce didn't want to hire me, right? But like every single day, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're sorry, you didn't meet the minimum qualifications." Blah 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 blah. Blah. And they're like, "Give me a whole list of companies that are hiring." Like I didn't even ask. Like that's really cool, and it's like it's accurate. Like wow, that's like great. So some companies and people actually care. You just have to seek them out. You're gonna have to deal with a whole lot of people who don't give a shit to find the few people who do care. And when you do find the people who care, you better be nice to them. You better be patient with them. You better be supportive with them. Because they are not going to be there forever. That's what it is. They are not going to be there forever. You know. People just don't care. Anyway, after this thank on the sky. Whoops, the sky gods. I gotta thank the trash gods, the scrap gods, the people gods, the job gods, the sale gods. I'm Egyptian, apparently. I have gods for everything. And all the people in my life, in my corner, who have had the patience dealing with my weird ass as long as they did to make sure that I actually got something. And they guided me and they helped me, you know, that's how it should be. That's communication. Not just blew me off because that was just some worthless person. Oh, another one of those people. I love those responses. I used to get those from people selling stuff. Oh, another one of those people don't reply. Blah, blah, blah. Another one of those people are full of shit. Blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. They say shit like that to me. Someone just freaking watched and I said shut the F up, which is funny, and then they left. Sorry about that. They probably heard shut the F up, and they were like, close that. Wasn't talking about that. But yeah. Nothing you can do about it. Be a good, supportive person. Shine your light alone. And yeah. Maybe in another 10 to 20 years you'll find something interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Shit don't come around all the time. It's like a freaking on the planet align in a certain way, and you see them all in the sky. You know, shit only comes around every couple of years. Same like good opportunity, good people, or whatever. People think you can just replace that shit. You can't. You can't replace that. You can't replace the good people, the good opportunity, the helpful people. They will come around now and then and gone when the planets align. Who's giving me weird things on the side? Larry Lawton always wants that. He's playing GTA and he's like, give me hearts, give me smileys, give me confetti. That's cool, man. And he's yelling at it, cursing, playing GTA. It's interesting. Anyway, what is he? Truckers Road Gang. I gotta go find it and update it. He says he just uses a regular car GPS on his semi truck, and I would say, yeah, I'd probably do the same thing. I'm not buying a trucker's GPS because it costs too much, and it's probably Use your eyes and don't go down any of those freaking roads that say no cars. You know, you're gonna have to know that if it's a no car zone, like a parkway or something. So, then again, I used to use a car GPS when I was running a tow truck. So, yeah, I think I've been on one road once that said no cars, but that was a tow truck. So, I think I actually could have went on that road and it was fine. I don't know. I might have let ran on it for like an exit or something. I didn't give a shit. It's somewhere in Tampa. I don't know. Don't worry about it though. It's like the trucking guy said, you know, if you think about what you did wrong, put that behind you because you're going forward anyway. So, you know, just think about what you're doing next time and don't eat yourself up over what happened. So, it's a good point. Think about it. People eat themselves up over what they could have done better. You could have done everything better. You could have freaking died today too. Would have done better than what you're doing now. You could have been dead. Hey, look at my crazy ass hair, man. I gotta cut that shit. I'm gonna do the DIY haircut. You know how you do it? You use hair clippers, and you go up. You go like this in that direction. And it comes out okay. You go around your head, and you go up, and then you go, or you can go from the back and go forward, back and go forward. And it's kind of therapeutic, and you cut your own hair. And I've been doing it for like maybe almost 2 years now, and I saved a whole lot of money. Funny, at a truck school years ago, this guy from California, he says, "Yeah, man, I do that myself too." I go, "You shitting me? You cut your own hair?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been doing it for years. I'm not spending no money on it." They said, "If you screw it up, you use a hat. You just put that on." I laughed my ass off. That guy was funny. So we're gonna do that again. I don't know, maybe like Thursday, Friday. It'll be my Friday night because I got no friends. So Friday night we'll probably cut off her hair. And you'll see a difference. Yeah. We gotta work on doing a fade too. It's real hard to do yourself. And you could do like a side blend, like right about here. You can go a little shorter and go down. But it's tricky. I did it a little bit last time. I'll try to mess with it. I could do it like this way, probably in the back it stops. So, there's gotta be somewhere. There's a big mirror actually in the back of the truck we found in the trash. So maybe I can use that mirror as like a haircut mirror. I don't know. That might help. If I ever have my own house, and actually no, I actually had a hair kind of chair, like a studio chair, and I scrapped it. It was a little bit rusty. It was heavy as all shit, but I scrapped it anyway. It was one of like the like stylish chairs. They didn't really cost too much. But they had one in the trash. They could work good, but it was just rusted. I could have polished it up actually with a little steel wool and other shit, but I didn't give a fuck. So it was out there. I think the place actually threw out two in a 6 month period. But those are cool too. To cut your own hair. And you can get the hair cape and everything, and it's like professional. But if I ever had a house, my own house, and I designed it like a container house or a stick built like shop built house, like a shop with a living quarters, some shit like that. I would probably have just a mirrored bathroom and make it very very easy for you to cut your own hair. So that would be something on my wish list. Cause that's like that could be $1,000 savings over a period of a couple of years. If you're able to. You cut your own hair instead of waiting the gas and all that shit and waiting for some other person. Fuck that. Do it yourself. I almost feel like doing it now after I take a shower. It's kind of annoying me. I don't know. It's greasy. So, Crazy Man's out of here. And I think we're out of here for the night. It's probably late. Hopefully we get some employer phone calls so we can get trucking and actually make a little bit of money. Schneider says that the 75 is common for Schneider. Like 75 grand a year starting off. Like, that's not horrible. The mail lady told me about that. She goes, "Go for Schneider. My son worked for Schneider. My son worked for, he loves it. He makes more money than me now." But I always keep telling her, I'm like just sitting over here with my ass crack sticking out. And they're like, "Nope, no CDL jobs. Nope, no CDL jobs. Nope." I think back then, Schneider was hiring no experience. So maybe that was another thing years ago. It would have been better off for me to do this years ago, and I don't know. But we'll see it though. We ain't giving up yet. We're not giving up. We'll find something. We'll find something. Maybe just 80, 90 job applications. This isn't enough. No, we'll find a better way. I guess the equipment place didn't care, because that's almost been like a month, and they gave them an application. So fuck them too. Fuck them too. Anyway, yeah. I'm out of here. Crazy hair, man. Yeah. I roach over there? No. Oh, we gotta change we gotta service Old Blue too. Old Blue was actually around today. It's way overdue. No one cares about Old Blue. The trash found dehumidifier still works. Pretty cool. Alright, that has to get out of here. We gotta show this. This has to get sold next. Real Link. I don't want it anymore. There's the box for it. If I can get what I paid for it, I will try to list it on there. And yeah, we sold our other Real Links. They went to France today, which is cool. My first Condoland camera is going to France. They actually had better color, the Real Link, but they're Chinese, so I don't care. And I don't know what else. Yeah. Anyway, nobody asked me anyway, so it is what it is. That's someone else's choice to choose you or to not choose you for the position. So there's nothing you can do about it. You can cry, you can whine, you can try again, you can go there over and over and over again like a psycho. You can chase it. You know what? You'll just get tired. It's better just to fuck it and go on. A lot of times these businesses too that didn't select me, that made me more, it made me more stronger. And it goes, one day when I get a couple bucks, I'm gonna fucking put you out of business. And that was always my thing. And I will try my best to take a large cut out of their business because they didn't want me. I will. That's just what kind of guy I am. That's the biggest FU you can do, you know? Biggest FU you can do. You don't see what I could do? I'm gonna go do it my own. So, we'll do it. Sounds crazy, but we'll get there. Maybe I'll be 60 years old by then. I just don't know what. We'll do it. Remember that at least I was honest about things and other people were not honest. So, I was the honest guy. Hopefully someone buys this generator, man. We getting a storm yet? I don't know. Oh, another thing with the storm, too, when you sell generators, you get these idiots who don't show the location. They're, like, from, like, the East Coast, and they think, like, you're nearby when it says, like, the distance is different. Like, if we get a storm in Tampa, we're gonna have people contacting me, most likely from Tampa, about my generator. And I'm like, nah, bro. But who knows? Maybe some psychos would actually drive down 2 hours to buy a generator. I don't think Tampa's really that bad, though, with generator shortages like this area is. There's probably enough people there that have the shit. So, like, I bought that cool tool holder. I mean, the bolt holder thing that I had. He came from Tampa, and I sold it for dirt cheap. I should have sold that for at least $100, and I sold it for $40. I wanted it out of here though, like gone. I had no room for it, so yeah, I should have like a little more on that sheet metal thing. Yeah, anything that this collect stuff, I just want to get rid of anyway. So we're out of here. Hopefully some shit sells though. We got $1,000 goal. Actually a $1,300 goal, because if I get $1,300 I can use $300 to go tint my windows. And then I gotta tint the windows on Blackie. And we don't know. And then pay for money for my reassignment surgery. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I ain't gonna do that shit. Who's watching though? I'm out of here.